Hi, greetings, fellow classmates and our instructor at Prescott College. I'm saying hello from Santa Fe, New Mexico. My name is Keri Cardon, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my school experience and work experience, and then just about fun things about me in general. So I grew up around the Puget Sound in a really small town south of Olympia in Washington State, and then I went from there to do my undergraduate work right after high school at the University of Washington, where I majored in biology and minored in applied mathematics. And when, towards the end of my undergraduate career at University of Washington, I got really involved in doing plant genetics research and really enjoyed that when I was doing it part-time and in school. Then graduated and got to do teaching, to be a teaching assistant for a plant identification lab, and got to do full-time work in the lab on plant genetics, and discovered in that I really liked working with other people a lot. I really liked education a lot. I liked the classroom environment. While I enjoyed research, it became something I knew that I did not want to do full-time. So I switched from there. I switched from doing academia to going over to doing social service work. I was doing a lot of working and then doing volunteer work at the Women's Center while I was in school, and in other social service shelter environments. I switched over to that. I ended up spending the next 8 years running homeless shelters primarily, and then within those were some alternative education programs for teens and young adults in Seattle, Washington, and then in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I moved here and spent close to 3 years here running the adolescent shelter, which had a education program within it. I took a year off from social service work, moved to the Bay Area, and spent a year teaching math at a private high school in Los Gatos, California. Moved back to Santa Fe, New Mexico, to be part of an organization that does outdoor experiential therapeutic work. So they really specialize in wilderness education, primarily for disenfranchised populations. I ran a program that was for those transition age adolescents and young adults who were disconnected, and so got to do a lot of environmental education work as well as just general social service work and making sure that they were fed and so on. And that brought me to Prescott. There are a lot of people at this last organization that I worked with who had graduated from Prescott, whether it be in distance education programs, doing graduate work, or having gone there for undergraduate studies, in a variety from education, a lot in adventure education, but also in counseling and in general education programs. They really loved it. I became increasingly excited about it. I loved my undergraduate work at the University of Washington, but it was a very big school and easy to get lost in the mix, and I was always interested in being part of a community at a school that was very focused and driven, and had really talked a lot about ideals and how to make those ideals sort of turn reality in the work that was being done in school. My mother was a teacher. She was a special education teacher at American Indian schools, and she was completing her graduate teaching coursework while I was growing up and at a liberal arts school that was very community focused and community oriented, and I'm really glad to be in a very similar environment here at Prescott. In my spare time, I really enjoy doing most anything outdoors, especially if it doesn't take much skill. So not many winter sports except if it's wandering around on snowshoes. I like climbing a whole lot, camping, being outside. I love opportunities to get to take youth outside and do either formal education, environmental education, which I've had the opportunity to do, or just do scavenger hunts and different ways of exploring the world and seeing it through different lenses. So this is my first quarter here at Prescott. I just started master's education program with a focus on secondary education. I'm really excited to learn more about this course and learn from all of you, and hear what you all have to say and what your backgrounds are. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.